Re-release when? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 PS2 games that need a re-release. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at beloved games from the PlayStation 2 which we believe deserve an official re-release or remaster. So, games like Dragon Quest VIII, which recently got a release on the 3DS, won't be included. Number 10, The Simpsons Hit and Run.
It was like that when I got here. USA! USA!
It's been a while since we've enjoyed a good Simpsons game, so what better way to break that drought than to re-release the greatest Simpsons game? While The Simpsons may not be as popular as they were back in 2003, we believe that there is still a devoted, nostalgic fan base who are just itching for a remaster or re-release of this title. At the time, critics praised the game's depiction of Springfield, the show's transition to video game format, and the GTA-inspired gameplay. It would give The Simpsons a much-needed boost, and it would provide modern-day gamers with a chance to play one of the most surprising releases of the PS2.
Buzz Cola!
Cola. Must get Buzz Cola.
Number 9, The Operative, No One Lives Forever. Before they made Fear, Condemned, and Shadow of Mordor, there was Monolith's The Operative, a first-person shooter with a 1960s twist. The gameplay was your typical FPS combined with stealth elements, but the mixture of fun gameplay, a unique 60s aesthetic, and the game's use of humor earned it heaps of praise from the gaming press, including multiple Game of the Year awards. You'd think that this would call for a re-release, right? Well, they've been trying. The thing is, no one really knows who owns the rights to this game. And as such, securing permission for a re-release has proved near impossible. Damn, legality's getting in the way of our fun.
Are you okay?
Number 8, Fatal Frame and Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly. While The Evil Within 2 has scratched our itch for a great horror game as of late, the market remains mysteriously devoid of serious horror stuff. Enter the first 2 Fatal Frame games, which are easily 2 of the scariest gaming experiences of all time. While the original Fatal Frame was released on the PSN in 2013, it is now absent from both the PlayStation Store and PS Now, so modern console players have no way of experiencing the game outside of YouTube. A Wii remake of Fatal Frame 2, titled Project Zero 2 Wii Edition, was released in Europe, Japan, and Australia back in 2012, but remained sadly absent from the North American market. Come on guys, we want it too. Not fair.
Mafuyu.
Number 7, Prince of Persia Trilogy. Say what you will about Ubisoft, but their Sands of Time trilogy was a fantastic collection of games that any gamer, both new and old, needs to try. The series all started with the Sands of Time, which was released back in 2003. It was immediately praised for its time mechanics and platforming, and 2 sequels soon followed, Warrior Within and The Two Thrones. These were compiled into a collection for the PS2, which received a remastered re-release on the PS3. Despite its somewhat recent re-release in North America, it's time for a new one on modern consoles, as these games are nowhere to be found on the PS4 or Xbox One. And that's a damn shame.
Go back to the reception hall! Wait for me there! Go!
Number 6, Ace Combat 04 Shattered Skies.
The runway and facilities are hit. Radar lock. Box 2, Box 2. Missile hit.
We don't know how much of a market there is for an Ace Combat game, but regardless, this is one game that desperately deserves one. Ace Combat 4 is a flight combat simulator which sees you realistically flying various fighter jets. Here you earn money for shooting down enemy aircraft and completing various mission-specific objectives, which in turn can be used to purchase more powerful aircrafts. I'm sure you understand the loop there. While it is most definitely dated by today's standards, this was top-notch stuff back in 2001. With a little spit and polish and maybe some redefined gameplay mechanics, this could be a fantastic combat flight simulator for modern and nostalgic gamers alike.
Slow down, speed's too high. You're on the money.
Number 5, Beautiful Joe.
To do the right thing.
Come on, Blue! You have to save the world! We can't do it without you!
Beautiful Joe is what would happen if developers from the SNES era had their hands on the PlayStation 2. This game was your typical 2D side-scroller, but it came equipped with some unique graphics and gameplay elements. like the ability to slow down time and paralyze surrounding enemies. It soon gained immense amounts of critical acclaim for its graphics and gameplay, but it significantly lacked in sales, only selling about 46,000 units on the PS2. While it wasn't an initial success though, it has gained a large amount of retrospective attention over the years. Maybe if they re-released it today, it would finally get the recognition and sales that it deserved.
Cool, a real V-Watch. I always wanted to try one on.
Number 4, SSX Tricky.
Player 1, you're breaking trail for the rest of them.
Younger gamers might not believe us when we say that a snowboarding game was actually one of the finest titles for the PS2, but it was. Titled SSX Tricky, it was developed by, get ready for it, EA. It was your typical snowboarding game with an arcade twist, as you performed uber moves which filled up your boost bar, which when filled would provide infinite boost. The game was instantly praised for its voice acting, music, and new gameplay additions, and it's widely regarded as probably the best snowboarding game of all time. A re-release would satisfy not only nostalgic gamers, but modern gamers too, who never got a chance to play one of the console's best titles.
I got the skills to pay the bills.
Number 3, Soul Reaver 2. While Soul Reaver 2 may not have quite reached the heights of its predecessor, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, it is still a quality sequel and a worthy addition to the series. The gameplay revolves around hack-and-slash combat and splitting your time between the material living world and the spectral realm. While the gameplay was somewhat predictable, the game really shined in its art direction and story. With a modern touch of paint, this could be one of the most stunning and unique-looking games on the market.
His instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
Number 2, Time Splitters 2. If there was one underappreciated franchise in all of gaming, it would probably be Time Splitters. Time Splitters 2 was considered by many to be a masterpiece, as it contained both an inventive single-player mode and an engaging multiplayer component, which was arguably the best multiplayer experience on consoles that wasn't Halo. There have been rumors of an HD remake for years, and an HD release was allegedly being worked on in 2008. However, obviously nothing came of that, and Time Splitters slowly faded into obscurity. What some gamers would give for a chance to play this game on modern hardware. Number 1, Resident Evil Outbreak. At a time when Resident Evil games were scaring the pants off of individual players, in came Outbreak, the first title in the series to feature online multiplayer support and cooperative gameplay elements. While that might not seem new to us now, since 5 and 6 had co-op, it was revolutionary in the early 2000s. However, the game was criticized for its lack of voice support and the omission of online play in Europe, which obviously would significantly hinder the intentionally designed cooperative experience. With today's more reliable and polished online capabilities though, Resident Evil Outbreak deserves another chance. It really is a great game once it, actually works.
What are you doing, sir?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.